I was just reading your page here, and I love this quote on your page, which is by Mark Twain from the autobiography of Mark Twain.
Yeah.
Which says, in religion and politics, people's beliefs and convictions are in almost every case gotten at second hand and without examination from authorities who have not themselves examined the questions at issue, but have taken them at second hand from other non-examiners whose opinions about them were not worth a brass farthing. Mark Twain.
A brass farthing. Well, actually, I'm guilty of being a non-examiner because I just copied and pasted that from someone else's page. I read it, but I didn't check it to make sure it was authentic or anything like that.
It sounds pretty good. It sounds Twain-like, and we'll roll with that from here. Our question today is on Funny to the Moon. We welcome Paul. Say your name.
Paul Benulo.
Paul Benulo, and this is Tana Manu, and I'm Travis Simmons. And our question today is religion and politics the same thing?
Yeah, well, I don't really, when you say that, I think religion and science are sort of polar opposites striving for the same conclusion almost, and the common ground would be spirituality. I'm not sure how politics really features into that question myself. I don't, but when you put it on your Facebook page, that was my reaction, was that I think it's more science than religion. Anyhow, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your show with that.
No, not at all. Not at all. You're actually contributing.
We can explain. The Mark Twain quote says it perfectly, that when you're in church, your priest is up on the podium.
Your priest is on the podium. Is that what you said?
He's up on the podium, the preacher.
The lectern, yeah.
Yes. The imam, the rabbi, whoever. He's up in front. He's elevated. He's important. How do we know he's important? We don't. In fact, nobody does. There's this generic idea that his costuming, his language, his posture, his position in the building must mean he's important. That's all anyone needs to know. And we give tithing. We believe in what they say. There's just this faith that this is a great person. We don't know how they got there. We don't know why they're closer to God than we are. They just are. Don't question it. That's being, like an infidel. In politics, these people that are our leaders, that are above us, why are they there? Why are they worth billions and billions of dollars individually? Why are they in the places that they are? Nobody knows. There's the sense that just have faith, they're better than us. Don't question the income of a hedged fund manager, over $1 billion a year that these guys make individually. Please don't question what these leaders do, how many homes they own, how many yachts they have. There's a faith that we have that the politicians are a type of priest to the voters. They are exalted and held at a higher standard for no reason. It doesn't matter about the stories of infidelity, of corruption. It doesn't matter the dozens of jailings by public officials for theft and various things every single year. None of that matters. Still, just like with these priests with the molestations, still they have to be held in reverence. And that's how I think politics is like religion, is that we just believe that the ideas that these people give us to live by must be followed. And to question them, to say, is voting really the thing to do? Is that my only way to participate? Is this tax system the way my money is taken from me, the percentage that's asked of me? Is this fair? Should I even be doing it? People say, don't think that way. Don't even go there. If you don't pay taxes, then you shouldn't go to a hospital. That's what a religious person would say to a non-believer. If you don't believe, then God should put you in hell. There's a humanity that's removed by not obeying the rules in religion. If you don't behave the rules of religion, you're actually less of a human, and you maybe should burn in hell. If you don't believe in the rules of politics, you're less of a citizen and should be denied its social system. So that's, to me, politics and religion are very similar. That we think if somebody is not participating in politics, even if somebody has beef. George Carlin was not a voter for these same reasons, saying if people want to do it and it makes them feel better, then go ahead. But really, it goes nowhere. That's the same I would say to somebody in church. It's nice if they want to believe in that and give up their tithing and go to these meetings, but personally, I believe it goes nowhere for them. So I wouldn't go to church, but I guess I understand why people do. I don't vote, but I guess I understand why people do. I think people transfer their over from the church. It's still a sense of faith. It's still a sense of blind belief, of servitude, of obedience, without questioning. So I guess that's the comparison.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Now I see your point. That's good. I think in older societies, or at the beginning of civilization, that the priests were actually the leaders, and even today, a lot of politicians are seen as divine.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. George Bush couldn't do nothing wrong, or
he couldn't do anything right. That was the problem. I mean, the man can't speak.
Yes, but there were people who, when they talked about him, like on the different commentators, political commentators, Bush would give a speech, stumble and stammer all the way through it, but they would tell you how wonderful it was, how beautiful it was.
That's like when I saw the Michael Jackson movie that came out, and everyone in the crowd, they were all saying, "Oh, he was dancing so wonderfully," and everything like that. Just worship, like you say. Like people are looking for someone to follow. I just saw a video the other night about this woman named Temple Grandin. Does that name ring a bell by any chance?
Yes, I saw that special. The
isn't that great?
Expert who changed the way of like our how we grow our food and things like that. She's considered like a genius.
And she's also autistic. She grew up autistic, and so she had a better understanding of how animals behave. And her favorite animal, of course, is the cow. And so it's a wonder. We're still animals, and maybe we have this cattle. We're always looking for leaders, whether it be a sports star or a pop star or a president.
Yeah, and I think that's where the religious mentality and the connection comes to, is that people see that there's a way to behave that a lot of people are doing, and they find comfort in that, and they don't want it. They don't want it to be questioned. They don't want you to sort of make waves. It's like, because I think there's a side that, like with church, if this priest and this Bible isn't true, people feel like, then I'm done. There's nowhere else for me to go. Like I've put everything into this church. I can't change now. And I think when it comes to voting, and we know that at first, to say white men invented voting in this country is not like a euphemism. That I'm talking about actually, Caucasian guys, no ethnicity, no women were involved. What was their first decision? Only us super rich, wealthy landowners participate. So that went on for years. They decided, in their benevolence and their wisdom, that only they, the fat-pocketed white guys, should even have a choice for all the people. Then that started to hurt their feelings. People started getting riled up. You got to let all men vote, even freed slaves and blah, blah, blah. So there's that drama. People getting shot at polling booths, people getting beaten up, getting their teeth knocked out, trying to turn in their ballots, and that was shenanigans. Then we hit the 20s and 30s where women wanted to be. So when has voting ever been righteous and good? It seems like now people are like, no, we've got it down now. Now it's perfect and righteous. It's the best system. And I say it still oddly seems to perpetuate the wealthy, and it seems to only ever pick sort of Christian warmongering millionaires.
You know what another similarity between the churches and religion is that when there is a politician who is convicted of some type of money scheme or doing something they shouldn't do, there's a very similar to response to when the priests molest the children, to where they act like, oh, that was just him.
You know.
And they don't investigate everybody else. And that's my problem.
Well, hey, you guys, there's one other thing I want to agree with Tina on, and is that going to church, I don't go to church because it's really boring. But I smell my fries burning now, so I got to let you guys go. But Travis, it's a great show, and I want to talk to you guys again, okay?
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah, no, cool.
Thanks a lot for having me on.
Say your name again.
Paul Benulo.
Well, Paul Benulo, it was a pleasure having you here on Funny to the Moon. I will send you a link when the episode is up.
I'm going to check it out. Take care, you guys.
Take it easy, Paul. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.